Hey, welcome to this series on creating the best writing software ever. And I want to show you how to do that. We're going to be making Doom Emacs. So this is for beginners, like complete, total, never touched Emacs in your life. We're going to set it up the way that I do it, which is a really good way. And so that's what we're going to get to. And so we're going to get something that looks like this, where you have an easy way to look at your notes, a great way to edit notes, and how to compile them into EPUBs, PowerPoint, doc files, PDFs, everything, or even web pages, everything. This is a great tool for writing, and I want to show you how to get started with that. So to do that, we're going to start with just flat vanilla Windows. I don't use Windows. This is a virtual machine. So we're going to learn as we go here. And let's begin. So you want to download Emacs. So let's do this now. Emacs is an open source, free sort of thing. So I'm going to get a bunch of really annoying stuff here. Yeah, it's at default, but don't. Okay. So we're just going to search Emacs. Now I use the Brave browser, which is open source, and I also use the DuckDuckGo, which is a non-tracking browser, and I knew it was going to do this. There's a lot of reasons why I don't like Windows much anymore. I've used it all my life, ever since a little kid using Windows 3.1. But here we are, I'm going to show you how to do it on Windows, but I'll probably also show you how to do it on Linux to show you just how much faster it is to install stuff and work with Emacs on Linux, and maybe even to convince you to switch from your Windows or Mac over to Linux as your operating system. But in the end of the day, your operating system will most likely be Emacs at the end because it just does everything. All right, so we're going to go to download. I'm doing this really. I've done it on Windows before, but it's been a while since I've done it. All right, so we're just going to go to here, and we have these lists here of different Emacs things. So we're going to Emacs 27, and we're going to install this one. Actually, I think we'll do this one. So we're going to save it. It's going to download for us, and we'll install it. After you have Emacs installed, you'll be able to find it just by opening this up, spelling out Emacs. And I will just, for now, I'm going to pin this to taskbar. And so I can access it down here. This is what Emacs looks like when you start it up. So let's close out of the browser. And it looks not great, but we're going to change how it looks. I first saw Emacs when I opened it up. I was like, man, this is horrible looking. I don't know if I can use this. So we're going to show you how to customize it to make it look better, which involves downloading Doom Emacs. So let's go back to our Brave browser. Doom Emacs is a bunch of, it holds your hand, I should probably say. It holds your hand on how to use Emacs, but on top of just giving you a bunch of stuff to use, it gives you the evil key bindings, which is part of Vim, which is another editor that we'll get to it when we get to it. So I don't have to try to explain it without actually having it in front of me. All right, we're going to try to open up Windows, the Edge browser. Oh boy. All right, so we're going to install Doom Emacs on Windows. So hey, somebody's got a little thing for us how to do it. All right, we're going to use this guy's instructions on how to do it. I've never done this before, but I wanted to walk through to show you what it looks like. So here we go. He says you won't download Git, rip, grep, and FD. So you want to download those, and you want to download the Windows version of them. So let's go ahead and do that. So I've got that. I think download this. I think I've already did that. No, I did. All right, you also want to get this RIP. So let's download the Windows version. Windows GNU version. And then we also want to get FD and get the Windows GNU version of that. So let's open these up. And I'm going to open these up and install them and extract them, put them in places, and show you what I do when I'm done there. Right now, I have them, and you can see them on my desktop here. I renamed them without the file version name or whatever, so that way it's just easy to find them. All right, so now we got to add them to our system variables, which means that we're going to have to basically tell our system that when we're running certain commands, like go here to run these commands, or at least add this to the commands that we want to run. So let's do that, and let's follow these instructions. So we want to open up control panel. Do we still have control panel? Okay, good. I know that they're trying to like simplify some of this, because like there's another type of control panel in this, which is pretty annoying. All right, so user counts, change my environmental variables. Yeah, edit right there. All right, so we have to add these here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll show you how to add these here. So let's go to this and hit new. Type in home. C. All right, so we've got that and hit OK. Now we got to add another one. So we're going to go to path, hit edit. Let's just make sure we got this correct before we do anything like that. So just go to desktop and then FD. So there we go. There's my name, desktop, all that. So I copy this. Hey, come on. There we go. All right, so that's going to be there. And then we need to add this path right here. Okay, so all right, we need to copy that. And then we need to go to path, edit, new, and paste this in. All right, so we've got those added. So boom, boom. And then we need to add the Emacs bin binaries there. So let's go find those. I'm not even sure where that's at. There's the installer. Here we are. All right. So this is how you get to the binaries of this here, and this allows us to run program. I believe what we're doing is we're setting up stuff to run off the terminal. So eventually we'll use some terminal commands here. All right, well, let's add this last one. Okay, those are added, those are added. All right, we still need, but first we download this. Oh, interesting. All right, so now we need to download the git bash. This allows us to use git. Oops, come on. And git, I don't know if I should explain all this stuff here, but git basically allows us to download stuff from, there's a bunch of things, but it downloads stuff from like GitHub, or it allows us to use git to version control all files. So that way, whenever we change files, and we can see all those changes, and it's a whole thing that I'm not gonna get into to explain. So let's do that. All right. Oh, no. Oh, that was dumb. All right, so we're going to type in this first. which means to get to our home directory. We're already in that home directory. Now I believe that the next thing it's going to have us do, is to add the files from, yeah, that's what it is. So git clone, is that really it? Huh, that's not how. All right, let's see what this does. All right, so there's we are. We're going to run this command. And so to copy and paste inside a terminal, yeah, you do copy is control insert, and shift is to shift insert. So that's how you do it inside this here. So you can't use copy and paste like control C, control V. You have to use different commands. So control insert or shift insert pastes this. So let's run this command, and it's going to this place, this person's GitHub repository, and it's downloading those files for us. All right, so we're in. All right, now after this is completed, we type in cd home directory .emacs .d/bin. All right, so now we're cd just gets us inside the file folder. All right, now we're going to run this command called doom install. And this, okay, so we didn't add it. All right, so it looks like the problem that I had was that for some reason when I got out of the environmental variables, it just didn't save any of that. So I had to go back in and save that stuff I just did. So let's run this command again. Can't find Emacs in your path. Okay. All right, we're back. I guess what happened is that when I updated the environmental variables, I had to close out the git bash and then redo it. So now I hit the doom command, as you can see, right. I got back into my folder there. Installed it. So now here we go. You click yes. And it's going to install the plugins. And I don't know how long this takes on Windows, but it does take a little bit on Linux. So it shouldn't take too long. All right. That took probably about 7-8 minutes to get all that together. So just know it takes a little bit of time. Now, you should be able to do, I don't know if you can do it from the terminal here. Just hit Emacs and welcome to Doom Emacs. Hopefully. Yep, there we go. All right, so we're in Doom Emacs. Sweet. That's exactly what I wanted to show you how to do that today. This is Doom Emacs. All right. Congratulations on installing the Doom Emacs. Let me show you how to do this via Linux, if you want to do this via Linux. So let's get to Manjaro here. So I like Manjaro a lot because it is, I just find it really easy to work with. All right, let's do it via this way. All right, so here's how we're gonna do it. If this works. All right. So here's how we install Emacs on Linux. So any distribution most likely is going to have a program list. So I'm going to do this. And this is where you can just download programs and such. So I'm sure most of them have this sort of thing. So just type in Emacs. There you go. Click install and install. Type in your password again. And you can use the terminal to do this, but because this is all beginner type stuff, we won't mess with the terminal unless we actually have to. And we do actually have to for this. So let's go ahead and get up to the stuff you need for the terminal. You'll go online, you'll type in Doom Emacs, and I guess we'll use Google. So go to the first one this guy's thing here. And I don't know why this looks so bad. I don't know what's going on here. That's very weird. Yeah, all right, we're gonna find the code. For some reason, all the CSS that was not working. So it'll look way different, but get to this point. See this code right here? You want to copy this? All right, so copy it. Now you can open up a terminal. I have. Let's go full screen. So you want to open up a terminal. Whoops. Yeah, open up a terminal. And I think for this, it's just console. So it's this guy here. You can probably hit Control Alt T, which does that. All right, so now you want to add this. And you can hit paste, which is Control Shift V. And so you're going to have all that pasted there. Then you just hit Enter. Oh, I can't find Emacs. Probably because I'm still installing it. Yeah, I'm still installing it. That was dumb. All right, we'll redo that. So we'll wait for it to get installed. All right, I had to restart Manjaro after installing a Doom Emacs, or yeah, Emacs there. So let's open up the terminal again. So Control Alt T should open up a terminal, right? That's what I thought it did. If not, if you hit F12, you get this awesome drop down from this. So you know what? I gotta get that code again, or the command. I've installed Doom Emacs so many times I should have this memorized, but I don't. All right. So this looks better. All right, this is how you're. This is how it's supposed to look. Just copy and paste that into terminal. So you can hit Control Alt V, or Control Shift V, or Shift Insert. That's what I typically use. Then you hit. Well, let's make sure Emacs is up and running. Let's do that. So let's see if Emacs works. So remember, it looks really gross, and just, I don't know if gross is the right word, but it just doesn't look great. I don't know why it's taking a bit to install here, load up here. Okay, so it's not installing. What? Or it's not. Snag. This will tell us. Oh, yes. I remember this. So when you're installing Emacs, at least for right now, it's doing this really silly thing. And you have to disable this with some code. I forget the code, but let's see if old Google can help us out. All right, I did a couple of things to get this going. One of the things I did was I installed GCC. So I installed this, and then I restarted my computer, and then it worked. So if you're having a problem with this, maybe this will get fixed at some point. But notice whenever I run the command Emacs, I get this warning here. It used to be it would just get this warning, and I couldn't actually get into Emacs, but now I can, so that's good. All right, so now we got to this point, and now we can go ahead and install it. So possibly install this, and then restart your computer, and maybe that's what fixed it. I think that's what fixed it. I did it. Yeah, I think it's what fixed it. All right, so let's get back to Doom Emacs. Because it's a virtual machine, it's not going to run very fast. All right, so copy this. And it's basically going to do the exact same thing that we did last time. And after all of this is installed and runs and downloads all these different packages and such, you will have Doom Emacs. So I will just let this run out, and there you go. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will do more videos like this, so be sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in that next video.